Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this video where I'm going to show you how to draw a nose in Procreate. Before I get started, I want to talk a little bit about why you might want to draw noses, or at least why I wanted to learn and share my experiences on YouTube. So noses are one of the facial features that you have to get really good at drawing. So I'm in this journey of drawing eyes, nose, ears, mouths, and hair. And I'm planning to put all that together in videos that you can find on my channel. The reason I love drawing or want to draw noses is so I can draw people better. Because people are one of the most interesting characters that we can draw, that we are so expressive and dynamic. So after I get better at drawing people, my ultimate goal is to draw my beloved faith in Jesus. And I want to draw Jesus in that my spiritual and inspiration all comes from him. So I would love to represent that. I can't think or I can't imagine a better image than what I believe to be our Creator. So now that I've kind of shared a little bit of the story of why I'm drawing noses and other facial features, let's go ahead and get started in our video. All right, here's an example of one of the noses I've drawn. Let's start over from a new one. So we'll go into a gallery and we'll select a new canvas. I'm going to choose 19 by 1080 because that's what the resolution on my canvas here. You can choose any size if you like. One thing that you'll want to pay attention to if you're following along is the drawing guide. We're going to turn that on by going to the wrench, selecting canvas, turning that on, and then edit. The grid size, I'm going to go by 134. So that should be the size if you're going to follow the same dimensions as far as the proportions of height and width. So let's start on the structure of the nose. So first thing I'll do is kind of in the bottom center, I'm going to draw a circle. You can hold it and then tap, and that'll give you a perfect circle. And then we're going to move that right inside that square there. Make it that size. Next, what we'll do is we'll have two smaller circles on the side. And let's redo that. We're going to make it half the size of this box. So we'll do that. This size. And we'll do another one this size. And it'll be a little bit further down. All right, now it's going to be, the nose is slightly longer, twice as long than it is wide. So we're going to go up 2 boxes and the width of 1 box. So right around there. And then the bottom will start right around here between the 2 circles. And then we'll draw the bridge by just making a little bit of a curve here on both sides. And that will be the bridge of the nose. So now we have our construction. Let's start a new layer. And we'll start drawing in the nose features. Now the drawing part is only going to be the bottom of it. The rest of it's going to be shading. So if we want to start drawing here, I like to draw parentheses around each side, and this is going to be our wing. And then I'll color in, darken in the nostril at the bottom of each of these circles. And then I will draw the septum between the 2 nostrils. And that's all we're going to do for drawing. Now the rest we're going to shade. And I'm going to do this from a light, medium, and dark. We'll start with the dark. So I have my opacity all the way up here. And I'll start by shading in this plane where it goes from one plane to another plane. And I'll also have a dark shade right around the bottom of the nose as well. So underneath here, this is kind of a circle with, I thought of it as kind of a pulley kind of shape. I don't know if that helps you. And then we'll also shade underneath the nose because that's where it's going to cast the darkest shadow. So we can turn this layer off and start to look at the nose there. All right, so let's move on to the middle shading here. And we're going to start to blend the dark together. So on each side of this darker shade, we'll shade the lighter form. And so for example, this is one plane. This is where you'll go from the side of the nose to the front of the bridge. And then same thing here, we're going to do a mid-tone right around the wings of the nose. And then blend in the darker contrast. So then lastly, we'll go down even further, and this will be the lightest, where we won't have much contrast. We'll have the most highlight here on the tip of the nose. And if we want, we can go back. I'll do a little more blending here. So there's a nice blend transition from each blend, or from each plane. That's really the simple form of the nose. Now you're gonna have to take some practice, do them over and over, and hopefully you get better. I'm gonna share this on Instagram. I'll put the link to that in the description, or you can hashtag Knowledge Mavens. And I look forward to seeing yours, or leave any questions or comments below. And I'll continue this series of art fundamentals on other facial features. So I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Happy drawing!